of the wise is not to secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. So says Aristotle, a philosopher for many years before this our time. What I understand from this is that in trying to prevent pain, we can then secure pleasure. But our main priority should not be to get pleasure first. In prevention, then we get wellness. Prevention, we often say, is better than cure. And the absence of pain gives you a platform to reach and achieve all the goals and objectives you have set for yourself. Pain causes discomfort, makes you uncomfortable, and that way you cannot go after your goals and objectives on a daily basis. But when you prevent it, then the world is within your reach. Welcome to Wellness and Living. Our topic today is back pain, and my name is Thelma Obaza. Often and often again, people complain about back pain. When they say they have back pain, they refer to discomfort, either severe or mild, that starts from the spinal cord. Research shows that more women are susceptible to back pain than men are, and that the older we get, the more likely it is that many of us will succumb to this pain we're talking about today. But what is integral at this time, as the program takes off, is to find out from you. Have you ever had back pain? Do you know anyone who has? How did they get it treated? Are they still living with the discomfort? All this and more you will tell us.
I've not experienced back pain, but I've seen people experience back pain.
So I do experience back pain, maybe due to the food that we are consuming, starch or whatever at times. Because the food that we are mostly consuming in this our country almost based on starch, especially let's say pounded yam, eba, aku, gari, and so on and so forth.
Well, it's not really funny because it comes like a sharp, that's below the abdomen, not the abdomen, like the back, especially when you carry heavy loads, like water, or maybe you drag something that is heavy, that's strenuous for you. Yeah.
It can be due to bad posture, sitting in a bad posture, maybe sitting uncomfortably, bending your back forward and.
When I visit the hospital, the doctor told me that this food, we should be watching the food that some people, if they wake up in the morning, instead of them to take a light food like tea and bread or pap, they'll be eating like a bar, all those things. That when this thing is too much, so you now resort. It's what makes this thing. It's what causes back pain. And my advice to people that they should watch the way the food they eat. When they're supposed to eat like light food, they should eat it. If it's heavy food, maybe especially in the afternoon, like in the night now, we should not eat much heavy food. Even though if you want to eat it, let's say at least around 4 to 6 p.m.
The solution to it is like going more on herbal, like taking herbal drugs. It's not just the English drugs, but more on the herbal, like this herbal roots, and doing more of exercise, jogging sometimes helps.
I feel people should know more often, should be enlightened about it, like about how they are to sit, their sitting posture, and they should be enlightened of the amount of load they are to lift. They're not to lift loads that are more than the weight that they can carry. They should just lift a certain amount of load. They shouldn't lift too much because we have trucks, we have wheelbarrows that can actually carry these loads for them while stressing their back.
If you start feeling the pains, it's advised you don't just sit back and relax. You seek for medical attention on time so that it will not exceed that little pain you might be feeling. It could exceed more than that.
information to be authentic so that we know the best measures to take, it's in our best interest to talk with one who knows and is professionally trained to give us the best detailed information. And I'm talking about neurosurgeon Dr. Alvan Okachuku.
Back pain refers to pain anywhere at the back. So we could have upper back pain, we could have mid back pain, and then we could have lower back pain. Now the upper back pain, that's the one that happens at the back of the neck. Then the mid back pain, at the back of the truncal region, and then the lower back pain in the lumbar and the sacral region. So it's a common ailment. It happens to as many as 85 to 90% of the population. A lot of people will definitely at one stage in their life or the other. Now, the commonest areas affected are the neck region, that's the upper back pain, the posterior part of the neck, and also the lower back pain, which is in the lumbosacral region. Now, the lumbosacral region is actually number 1, and then the other one is number 2. Now, it is number 1 because the weight of the body is borne by that lumbar region. So anytime we stand or we sit, the weight of the body is actually on that part of the spine. And so we are more likely to have pain from that area. But when we lie down, the weight of the body is evenly distributed all across the body. So many people may not have pain. But as human beings, we must stand, we must walk. So human beings are more likely to have such types of pain, than any other primate. Usually, it is more common in middle-aged people, to elderly people, usually from the age of 40 years and above. Though we are beginning to see a lot of younger people in their 30s, in their 20s, also coming to complain of back pain. Now, there are a lot of things that could cause back pain. The most common cause is what we call a degenerative spine disease, which is a normal process of aging. As we get older, the body changes. The water content in the body changes. Now, what we have in the back is that we have small bones, about 32 of them, from the neck down to the buttocks area. And in between those small bones are what we call intervertebral discs, which acts as shock absorbers. People that lift rice bags, beans bags, cement bags, they carry heavy loads, so they could have, back pain, or neck pain, and then could also have back pain. So such jobs, then okay, of course, we could have people that have had tumors, spinal tumors. Now, the tumors could be tumors of the spinal cord, tumors of the nerves, tumors of the meningeal covering of the spinal cord, tumors of the bone, all could cause people to have back pain. For instance, soldiers, policemen, teachers, surgeons, because they stand a lot, they are more likely to have back pain than others. Now, people that have to sit and bend over to read or to look at computers while walking could also have more neck pain than other people. And then people that sit for prolonged periods, long-distance drivers, are also likely to, or people that even travel long distance regularly, are also likely to have back pain much more than others. But we're not talking about how to reduce that incidence or likelihood. So we advise people to lose weight. We advise people to exercise, walk around, jog, run, move your limbs. Even when you are traveling, if you drive 3-4 hours, you should come down and walk around, exercise your limbs. If you are in a flight, that will last more than 6 hours, you should be able to walk around on the flight, and move around. So exercise, weight loss, and then bed rest, as oftentimes as possible, we should lie flat, you know. Because of the fact that we are humans, we have to walk, we have to move from one place to another, so we are always standing or something, sitting, you know, so we should try and lie down anytime we have the opportunity. That removes the weight of the body from the spine.
Lie down from
Those that maybe have had previous back pain or are more likely to have back pain, we also advise people to use firm mattresses, you know. So sometimes you hear us talk about orthopedic mattresses, you know. So these are mattresses that are firmer or harder than the ordinary mattress.
The true measure of any society is detected by how it treats its most vulnerable members, so says Mahatma Gandhi. And because we're concerned about the people who are alien or who have illnesses that they seek to get comfort from, they seek more information, they seek wellness and well-being. That is why we often take time to do our research and bring to the fore accurate information so that they can learn and they can spread the word. Back pain is a common painful condition affecting the lower portion of the spine. According to research, there are more than 1.5 million cases per year in Nigeria. Back pain is usually self-treatable, self-diagnosed, and in most cases, laboratory test or imaging is rarely required. Back pain may be linked to the bony lumbar spine and the discs between the vertebrae. It may also involve the lower back muscles, the abdomen, and the pelvic internal organs. According to research, some risk factors are having a mentally stressful job, pregnancy, severe anxiety, depression, leading a sedentary lifestyle, age, as older adults are more susceptible to back pain, obesity, being overweight, gender, smoking. Research shows that back pain is more common with women than men. Some treatments include over-the-counter painkillers, applying a hot compress or an ice pack to the pain or the area where the pain emanates from, resting, having adequate rest. But doctors say not to have too much, as these can be counterproductive. Usually, back pain is characterized into two areas: acute back pain and chronic back pain. In the case of the acute back pain, it is sudden and it persists for up to 3 months. When we talk about chronic back pain, we are saying that this pain develops over a longer period and lasts for over 3 months and causes long-term problems. Doctors also advise that preventive measures always serve the patient in the best way. They advise that regular exercise is key. If you are overweight, it's best to shed weight. Proper posture when sitting or standing. Being very careful when lifting heavy objects. When driving, use a back support when required. And we have come to see that when preventive measures are taken, often and often again, we can prevent serious ailments and disease. I've come to realize the importance of penning your thoughts down. Because Mahatma Gandhi did that, that's why we can draw from his wisdom, even though he's no longer with us. This is what he's saying at this time, that strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from a domitable will. The will to survive, the will to surmount, the will to succeed, the will to say daily, I make a commitment to my body and to my life to take 5 minutes out of my 24 hours to work out so that I improve my life's quality and I prolong longevity. And that's what we're doing at this time. We're doing some light exercise. What are we doing? It's table tennis. It began in England in 1880s. This is a game where two people hit a lightweight ball with a bat against a net, throwing it across a wooden board, and they must be fit, they must be strong, they must be vibrant. It's also known as ping pong. It's fun, it's exhilarating, but often and often again, a winner must emerge. So far, we've seen one gentleman send out 3 people. Wow, what's next? I'd like to see additional woman involved in the game.
When it's the wrong serve. Okay. Yes, sir. So you must serve like this. So whatever you need to do, you can do it now. If I serve, I cut the ball. It can maybe when you're serving, the ball hits the net and cross over. It's a wrong serve. It's a repeat serve for you. We call it late. Okay. Yes. So you have to observe these rules. Okay. And if you want to play very well, you must keep your feet agile, moving.
Your footwork.
Yes, these are about footwork. You must be moving. Some places you play squatting. You see, I'm playing where my toes are the ones standing. I'm not standing flat. Okay. But my toes are standing. Okay. You won't really notice it. Okay. I must move so that if I move, I can move quickly and return back to my normal position. I will come back. Assuming you play short ball for me, I can come, drop it and go back. But you won't really notice that my legs are not flat. Okay. Number 2, the ball must not bounce on your table twice, on your side, on your own half.
If it's against you.
It's against you. Okay. Number 3, you must not play the ball before it bounces. We call that imbalance. Because you must give the ball freedom to bounce. Then you attack. Okay. Likewise, the opponent.
Today to knock out 3 people successfully.
Well, my interest in table tennis has been a long time. I started playing table tennis right from my primary school days. Right? In my secondary school days, I represented my school. I was the captain of my table tennis club. But in the university days, I didn't play. So for a very long time, I've not been playing. But here in NTA, you do it as an exercise. When I get stressed, I'm overworked, come do the exercise to feel good. And after each exercise, every day that I play, when I go home, I sleep very well. And so it motivates me, so I do it for fun. And there are a lot of good players in NT. There's no doubt about that. Very good players. And as we play every day, we keep improving. Recently we had a competition and we were able to size ourselves up.
Our greatest ability as human beings is not to change the world, although we can, but what is more important is to first change ourselves. So says Mahatma Gandhi. Because when we change ourselves, we have a ricochet effect on our immediate surroundings and on the world around us. A good thing spreads the same way bad thing spreads. But because good has more positive impact and generates more value and positive outcomes, it's in our best interest to do good things first for ourselves. When people see the result of the good thing we're doing for ourselves, they are interested in coming to learn how they can begin to do it for themselves and all those that they care about. Seek wellness. Seek wellness through healthy eating. Seek wellness through proper rest. Seek wellness through regular exercise. Start at your own pace. Build a support group of family and friends. Observe your body. Be vigilant about your health. It's in your best interest to do so. Our focal point has been back pain. Sometimes we can treat ourselves. Sometimes we need the advice and the help and the assistance of a medical professional. My name is Thelma Obazi. I'm thanking you as always for spending time with us on our social media handle, Wellness and Living at Nigerian Television Authority. Please do it again. For now, it's bye-bye.